Welcome back to part 2 of my channel, everyone. We are going to continue with making our Christmas miniatures here from Miniverse. And today we are going to start on our drinks. So let's just get started here. We are going to take our chocolate milk, and it does say to fill it up halfway. And it does look like chocolate, so that's good. So we're just going to take one of the cups. We're going to fill it halfway. So we have half of it filled. I put some resin around the top, and we're going to put some sprinkles around there. And we're just going to go ahead and sprinkle it around the edge, like so. That, and then we're going to put our candy cane in. Aren't these the cutest little candy canes? My goodness, look at that. So we're just going to add one into our hot cocoa here, like so, and then we're going to cure that. So we're going to go ahead and do our second cup of cocoa, and we're going to continue adding our resin, and it is very thick, so what I'm doing is using a toothpick to get it out and slowly, or you can heat it up, trying to work it in here. I think we should have enough though for 2 glasses. We're just going to continue to do that until we get it worked down in, and we'll come right back. So we have it inside. We're just going to add some more sprinkles, and then we're going to add our candy cane, and then we'll come right back after we cure it. So we have it all cured. Now we're going to add some more resin and our marshmallows, and I'm just going to grab a cleaner toothpick here. Just going to put that all in here till it's full, and then we're going to put our marshmallows on top, and then we'll come right back. So we're just going to take our scissors and cut open our marshmallows. Let's see how big these marshmallows are. Oh, look at that. So cute. My goodness. Pick these up here that fill. I might add a bit more resin just because I don't know. I don't want them to sink into the resin either. I mean, I could cure it first and then add a bit on top, but I'm going to add a tiny bit more, and then we'll add the marshmallows. So we're just going to pick up the ones that had fallen, and I'm just going to add those in. And then we're going to take the rest of them here. These are so sweet. That is adorable. And we have so many still in the bag. So I'm going to cure that. And if we need a few more on top, I'll add a bit more glaze, and then we can do that. And I'll come back and start the other one. So we're just going to add some more marshmallows in the second one. And I did have to add some more resin because there was not enough in there to do that. But you wouldn't know it because I put the chocolate one all the way around and just added the clear one in the center, and then we're filling it up with the marshmallows. We're gonna cure this and come back. So we're just going to take a small bit of resin here, and I'm just going to add it where I want more marshmallows, and then we'll put that back in. And there you have it. We have our hot cocoa all ready. I just love how it turned out. Let's go on to the next one. Next, we're going to dress up our turkey, and we have our platter here already. We have our different color of carrots, which is really cute. And we have our turkey glaze. So this one seems fairly simple. We do have the ends to our turkey that go on the legs. So let's get started with this one. So I put the turkey on the platter. We have our little fancy ends here, we're gonna open up our little package of carrots. And there we go. We got the twist tie. Oh. Now I have to cut this, otherwise I won't get the carrots out. So we're just gonna take one of our colored carrots here, and we're gonna put this one here. We are going to take the next one, which is our orange carrot, and put it right beside. Then we're gonna take our yellow one, and I'm just going by the guide of the picture. Orange one around, and then our last one on this side. We'll put this on the other side so that it does look good from all angles. Looks great. So now what we're going to do is going to take our glaze. Just open that up. And it says to pour it on the turkey and then take our little brush here and just brush the glaze all over. So let's see how much fun that is. And it is thick. Hopefully it doesn't take forever to come out. So we're just gonna put it all out here. Our toothpick. And we do want to get the glaze on the carrots so that they stick when we cure it. It is quite thick. I'm not sure how much we're going to need. Okay, I'm going to try that for now, and then I'm just going to spread it. So we'll get our little brush here, and we're just going to spread it everywhere on the turkey. And if the carrots moved, we'll just move them right back where we want them. I think I might take the one carrot out here and just put it on this side. And there we go. And I'm just making sure it's down here more everywhere, just to get that shiny. And I think that looks good. What I'm going to do is take a bit of the resin off because it did seep over. So I'm just going to wipe that because I do not want it to stay table. And then I'm going to go and cure that. And I'll be right back. And here we have our beautiful turkey all done with our carrots. And look at that glaze on top. Just wonderful. And in my world, it's a vegan turkey. Let's go on to the next project. So next we're going to go on and make our charcuterie board. And with this one, they tell us to put the glaze or the honey resin on the bottom. We're going to add our brie cheese. We're going to add our other cheeses here. And we're going to add our crackers and our bread as well. So we're going to open up our honey. And we're just going to spread it all on the bottom here. And we do have our tongs, so, oh, we do have our honey thing here. We have our little honey dipper. So let's use that. We'll put our honey all on the bottom here. So we want, oh, look at that. Looks like real honey too. That's awesome. I don't want to put too much. I don't want it to overflow. So I'm going to just smooth that out. It's more than enough. And I'll put this on the side here. Okay, so now it says to take our brie. That is so adorable. Assorted cheeses. They look so real too. So we're going to take our brie cheese. I believe it does come with a triangle taken out, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So there, look at that. That's so cute. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to follow what it says by the picture here. and it is telling me to put this in the corner, like so. Oops, there we go. Put this in the corner. We're gonna go ahead and add some of our fruit. And we have some nice strawberries here. We have some apple slices and some blueberries. So we're going to add our apple slices on the side here. And I'm just gonna sort of place them a little better here, just so they're more stacked up like that. So now we're gonna take our cheeses, and they look so real, and they're rubbery too. They're not hard plastic. So we're gonna put our cheese right behind here, and we're gonna alternate the colors. 1, 2, and I'm gonna try and put the other one just underneath here. So we have our cheese on there. Now we are going to put our bread. So this is we have our crackers and our bread. And look how cute this is. It looks like the real thing. So we're gonna open that up. Isn't that adorable? So I'm going to put a few of the crackers. I'm just gonna take them all out in my hand here. 2 of the crackers underneath here. I'm gonna have to come back and do it. Now we're gonna open up our meat here. And we have it. It feels like rubber, really thin rubber. Look at that. We're gonna roll that, and then we're gonna put it up a little higher on the top. So let's do that. So what we're gonna do is start rolling this, and I'm just gonna take a toothpick to start it. So we'll do that, and then we'll place them on the board. Now that we've cured it, I think it turned out wonderful. But I will tell you that the meat was really hard to do. So what I ended up doing was rolling it up and using hot glue to make it stay. Otherwise, I think it's impossible. But it turned out very well. Quite pleased. So let's go on to the next one. So we're going to go on to do the Yule log. And it's a roll cake, and it's mocha. Isn't that nice? We have our resin here. What kind is it? Chocolate? I guess it's mocha, of course. What's that say? Chocolate hazelnut. We have our berries. We have our sugar. And we have our little mushrooms. Isn't that cute? So let's go ahead and we can't forget our gingerbread cookies. So let's go ahead and we'll start that. So we're just gonna open up our cake here. Oh, and look at that, the piece comes out. And it does feel rubbery. So the first thing we're going to do is, it says to ice our cake. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna take our chocolate resin here. So we're just gonna take our chocolate hazelnut spread, and it is nice and thick. And we're just gonna put that all over the top. That right here. Now it says to add our little berries, our mushrooms, and our little sprigs. So we're gonna do that. Just don't want them to go, oh, I was right. It was gonna go all over the place. All my berries just flew. So we're gonna add some sprigs. And it says to save some for the bottom ones as well. So I'm gonna do that. And then we're going to put our mushrooms, which are right here. And let's see how many we do get of them. Okay, so we get 4 mushrooms in total. So I am going to keep 1 for the bottom one, and then the rest, 1 goes on the side here and the rest go here. So we're going to put 1 here like so. And then we're going to put a little bit of the glaze just right here so that it cures. And we are going to put the other mushroom right here. And first of all, we're going to put a little sprig here. And I'm just going to get a little bit more here, just so it stays. Our mushroom tongs and fix that a bit. And then we're going to add a few berries around it. So while that's curing, we're going to go ahead with our slice of cake here. And we are going to put a small amount chocolate hazelnut spread, like so. We are going to put a sprig here of our pine. Then we're going to add our mushroom, like so. So we have it like this so far, and we're going to add a bit more for our gingerbread. And that is going to go in the back here. We're just going to stand him up. Like so. And then we're going to cure that. So we now have our log completed, and we're just going to add a little bit of the sprinkles on top, just a tiny bit. It is still sticky, so that's why I'm doing this. And I think that looks perfect. A little bit here, like so. And I have 2 of the gingerbread left over, which we're going to keep just on the baking sheet. I think that's really cute. And I will show you the smaller one that I'm taking out of the lamp. And there you have it. I think it's adorable. So let's go on to the next one. So for our next one, we're gonna do our roast beef here with our pesto sauce and our lemon pepper. And we have all our utensils. Look at this knife. And we have our fork as well. And we have our little pesto sauce dish. So let's go ahead. Oh, and we forgot we have our Brussels sprouts. So let's go ahead and start the dish. So we're just gonna take the outer wrapper off our beef. I don't know why, but I keep thinking this is ham. To me, it looks more like a ham than roast beef. Maybe because this is all pinky, and so we'll just take the wrapper off. And look how it even has the string attached. Our slices. So there's the first part. And then we do have 1, 2, 4 slices. We have 4 slices of roast beef here. There we go. So we're going to take our pesto sauce, we're going to put it over top of our roast beef, and then we're going to put the slices down here and put some pesto sauce on that as well. And then put our Brussels sprouts with our garlic. So we'll just go ahead and do that. See how easy, oh there it is, okay. And it's our green sauce. I'm just going to take the knife from the other set here. And I'm just going to put a whole bunch on here. Like so. very light green. It's not like the picture. And then we're supposed to hang it, let it drip down on the front. So we'll do that. Like so. And I guess after we cure it, we can always add a bit more if we want to. And I'm gonna go ahead and put some on the bottom just so that we can make it stay to the plate here, or the tray. And I'm just gonna move this back a bit because we do have the Brussels sprouts there. I'm just gonna put that a bit on an angle like so. Okay, so we're gonna take one of our pieces here. And I should be wearing gloves because my fingers are getting all dirty from the resin and working with it. And I'm going to put that one up here, on with the next piece. So we are going to open up our garlic here. Yes, good, I got it. And that's what it looks like. And they do come, the individual little buds come out. Oops, I just took one out just to now. Look at that. And that's what it looks like, very tiny. Isn't that sweet? So let me put this back over here. And I'm going to add some more resin right here. So we can just garlic here. And we'll take some of the pieces out so that we can just sprinkle them all around and leave some in. Okay, so we're going to put this one right here. And then we're going to put the other one beside it. I'll use this because it is super thick. And we'll put enough so that we can put our Brussels sprouts in as well. Okay, so we're going to put the other garlic right here. I think that's great. Our Brussels sprouts here, we're going to just cut those off. I wonder if we can just twist them. Yeah, we can just twist them off. I think it says to cut them. It might be quicker if we just cut it. Just don't want them flying all over the place. That's nice already. And I think we'll leave the big ones on the bottom. And then we're going to add a bit more pesto. And then we're going to put some smaller ones just on the top to balance it off. So we have everything together. Now we're just going to add some of our lemon pepper. That's better. So we're going to add some lemon pepper. Like so. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit at the back. Now I didn't add all of the Brussels sprouts. And I'm okay with that. I don't think we need any more in there. I don't think we need any more in there. I think that's good. So I'm going to cure this and then we'll come right back. So while that's curing, we're going to add a bit of our pesto sauce in here. And we still have a bit left. Put more in there. There we go. And I'm just going to wipe the edge because it did go around. And then I'm going to cure this as well. We have our roast beef all done, and I think it looks wonderful. And we have our pesto sauce in here, and I decided to make a frozen moment with a fork, and I think it looks wonderful so far with everything else. So the next thing we're going to do is go on and make our cake. So we have our green cake tray. We have our cake, We have our snowman. We have our sugar frosting. We have our whipped cream. And we have our trees. And I'm going to do mine a little different. I'm not going to follow what they do. And let me just show you, this is what they want it to look like. I'm going to do it a little different and make it sort of like a full snowman, and make it a little different. So let's get started. So I'm just going to open up the sugar frosting. Oh, and look at that. Very nice. Nice and thick. So we're going to take our little frosting knife here, and I am going to frost the whole cake white. That's where I'm going to do it differently, and also with the snowman. So let's do that. It's very thick, so it's going to stay nice, but I do have to keep some for the snowman that I want to do. So I'm just going to spread that all around here first, and then I'm going to do the snowman last. Just like we're going to frost a cake here. Like a real cake. Just to give it a bit of frosting all over the whole cake here. And then we can go in and add more, like so. And then I'm just going to add a bit more. Back here. So I'm just going to leave it like this, and then I'm going to come back and put this under the LED light, and then we're going to add another layer. So I went ahead, I added the trees before I put it under the LED light, and I'm adding this pom-pom because this is going to be part of the snowman. And now I'm just going to add the whipped cream, and then we're going to put it under the light. Next, we're going to open up our snowman. So we're just putting the hands on our snowman now. And then we're going to put it back in the light. So now we're just going to add some sprinkles. And then we're going to cure it again. So I'm just going to lift this up here. Add some nice snow on that. And there's one spot I just want to add a bit more resin right here. Still see the green pom-pom that I put a bit more snow. Oops. That's okay. Came out a little fast, but it's okay. It's a snowman. We can put as much snow as we want on this guy. Okay, let's put him back in, and we'll come right back. So this is the sugar frosting powder that we used from the log that we did. And so that's what we used on the snowman to give it a little more snow. Now I put 2 of the trees back in here and 1 of the whipped cream, because I'm not going to use the rest on there, and we can use this for another project. So that came in handy. So here you have it. We have our snowman all done. I added some poinsettias that I just cut out of the fabric that we used when we made our poinsettia plant for the greenhouse. I added a few sprigs as well. And for the snowman on top here, it was just a pom-pom. I covered it in the resin and just added the snowman decor and a little bulb here from the Christmas tree over here that we did. And I think it looks wonderful with the little accents. So I'm very pleased with that as well. So let's go on to the next one. Now for our next one, we are going to attempt the reindeer. So I hear this is a really tedious adventure to do. And I'm going to use my glue gun because people say it's easier to do than using the resin. We'll see. So let's just get started. So we're going to start with the big one first. And it comes neatly packed. We have our head and our little body. It's got the 4 holes for the legs. We have a neck. And I believe maybe that's a tail, little tail. So we have our legs here. We're just gonna, and they're just tied up with a little bit of rope. We snip that to make it easier. And we also have our antlers. So we're just gonna use a little bit of hot glue in each one, just to put our legs on. This way it won't come out not standing straight. So let's see. So I decided to go ahead and use the resin. It's a little easier than the glue, believe it or not. So it is very tacky here and thick, and it does hold like a glue. So that's what I'm doing now. I have the reindeer in the light and it's working out great. And those ears are so fiddly and tiny to put in, but we're getting there. So this is what we have so far. And now we're going to put the little pine leaves on there. So we're just going to take some resin, coat the antlers here. So we are going to add the leaves. We're going to take a sprig here and put it up here. So while I have that in the light, I'm going to go on to the next one and start that. And we're just going to start with the legs again. Let's get the scissors and cut this string off here. So I'm going to start by putting some of our resin in the bottom for the legs. And they give you so much, and hopefully this is going easier than the other. Okay, we're going to put that in our LED light. So we have our little reindeer, or the bigger one, and we're going to take our ribbon and we're going to put it in half. Let's see how much that gives us. And then I'm going to just add a bit more to the bigger one and cut it like this. So we have a longer one and a shorter one for the smaller one. So now we are going to just put the scarf around the reindeer as in the picture. So let's add our resin here and we're just going to wrap it around. I'm just going to make this a little closer up so everyone can see. I guess we could do it whatever way we want. Yeah, I don't think these are in a bow. We could just sort of lay it. Oh, they have it tight around. So we're gonna do it once and then over again. And I'm gonna put a little bit of resin just to hold it down here. So this little guy is coming along nicely. We're just gonna add the antlers and then cure it and then come back. We're gonna put a nose on him as well, and then we'll put a scarf. So we're just gonna add some more resin to our antlers. And that way we can add our sprigs of pine here. So. And our last one right here. So we're gonna add that under the LED light. So we're just gonna add our little scarf on this little guy. Maybe I'm gonna shorten that so it's not so long. And then I'm gonna add in a few of the berries. Just like that. And I'm doing mine different than what you're supposed to, but that's what it's all about. Being creative and doing your own thing here. Just like we did with the cake. There, so I'm gonna put these in the light and then I'll come right back and we will add the snow on top. So we're gonna open our flocking powder here. And we are going to put some more resin. I think it says it just to put it on the tip of the bridge of the face, the nose area. But I am going to add a bit all over. Nice to do. Or her back. And I'm just going to do that off to the side because I don't want to mess all over. So I'll show you in a few minutes. And I'm just going to add a small amount of powder or resin here for the powder. And on the reindeer antlers, it's for a little bit of snow. And some on the back. We can even add some on his tail if we wanted to. We'll drop on it. So now we're just going to put them under the LED light. So there you have it. We have our sweet little reindeer. So there you have it. We have our sweet little reindeer. And the little one got a lot more snow than the other one, which is okay. We're not about perfection. We just enjoy making them. So I'm going to put this one right over here. And now we're going to go on to the Grinch. So I have everything inside here. We have our resin. We have our cups, our sprinkles and marshmallows. And we have our green powder that we're going to mix the drink with. And we have our cookie cutters here. And we have our spoons. So let's go ahead. We're going to take out our cups. And they are cute. Just love them. Let's look at our powder here. Nice and green in there. And we have our marshmallows container there. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to put, I'll just show you here. We're going to put our resin, and then we're going to mix our green powder, and then the next will be adding our marshmallows and our spoon, and then curing it. So let's start. So we just added in our resin. Now we're going to take our little spoon and we're going to add in some powder. And I'm not sure how green we want them, but let's try mixing this. I'm going to mix it with this instead of the spoon. Hopefully this is nice and green. You can always add more. I think that looks good. Get that in a little clear. There we go. Now we'll go on to the next one. And we're just going to do the same thing. Pour it 3/4 full. And then add our powder. And see if we can get a tiny bit more in there. I think that's good. And we'll put a large spoonful of powder in there. And how much do we actually have left? Don't have much. I'm going to put 2 in there. And I might as well use it all up. Okay, so that's that. So I'm just going to mix this again. Of course, this is going to make our drink greener. Okay, very good. Now we'll do this one. And I'm just going to take up the last bit of powder that fell on my desk here and just add that in as well. There we go. I think that looks great. So then we are going to add our spoon in there, just like that. And we'll grab our other spoon over here. I think that looks great. So now it does say to add the topping and then cure 5 to 10 minutes. Now I'm hoping that it doesn't soak in and we lose all the marshmallows. We do have more resin, so maybe we could do that. Just set it for a tiny bit, and then I just don't want the marshmallows to fall deep inside. So I'm just going to cure it for a little bit and then come back. So I'm making the cookie just on the lid of the resin, and then it fits perfectly. So it looks like that. And then I'm going to do something else with the other items, so I'll show you that after I cure this. So there you have it. We have all our holiday food prepared. We have our roast beef. We have our Christmas log. We have our turkey. We have our snowman. And look at this. Just wonderful. We have our cups of hot cocoa. We have our beautiful reindeer. And last, we have the Grinch set. And here's what I did. I used the lid from the resin to make it look more like a cake. And I used the jar lid and the sprinkles to make it sort of look like a cupcake. I think it turned out wonderful. I'm very pleased with everything. And I think when we get our Christmas living room all done and our kitchen table set for Christmas, it's going to look wonderful. I thank you all for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And have a Merry Christmas. Bye for now.